Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. This video is going to be My Hero in a nutshell. So, I'll basically explain My Hero to you. My Hero Academia is, a show about superheroes. And there's this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or Deku, who was bullied. And he was in this quirkless society, which quirks are basically superpowers. They can be like mutant powers. They can be like random shit. You can have like engines in your legs. You can have you can be able to sweat, something that makes you be able to have explosions. You can have a navel lays. You can have weird, balls growing out of your head, stuff like that. Normal everyday things. What everybody has to deal with. Anyway, My Hero Academia is about this kid who was born quirkless, so he was one of the 20% or something, the 10%, something like that didn't have a quirk, and then he gets a quirk, and he's been idolizing, he's been, praising this guy named All Might, who is the symbol of peace, because he goes around and fights a bunch of villains and shit, and he wants to be like this guy. He wants to be that, and then he meets All Might. All Might gives him a piece of his hair. So he gets a piece of hair from a random stranger that he kind of knows, but not really. Eats it. Becomes a superhero. He gets superpower. Destroys his body every time he does anything. Like, to be fair, his mom should have taken him out of this as quickly as possible. But I get it. It's his dream, and this is the best solution. Then he meets this girl named Uraraka. And she becomes, his, crush thing, But Deku has this all righteous thing where he wants to be the best, obviously, because why would you do anything if you don't want to be the best at it? And he wants to become a superhero, save people, all this stuff. But then he keeps fighting these villains, wrecking his body, and his mom should have taken him out of school a long time ago, because obviously they don't give a fuck about his safety, which is fine. And he keeps getting in these situations where he's fighting these dudes that want to murder him, and he somehow comes out on top. The shonen tropes. But in all honesty, this is probably my favorite superhero show. I really enjoy it. I like the darker tone it's in right now in the anime, which is season 6. I like the darkness. I like that, he's fighting this guy that he absolutely fucking hates. There's no way he doesn't hate Shigaraki. Shigaraki is a mad psycho who keeps murdering people because he wants to murder people. And Deku is the exact opposite. He wants to save people. He wants to help people. His goal is... Now, he doesn't give a fuck about himself and his well-being as long as everyone else is okay. I'm reading the manga right now. I'm not that far in the manga. I'm 11 volumes in. So, I'm decently far. And the anime is a very good adaptation. I don't think anyone ever says that, but the anime is a very good adaptation of the manga. Very, very good. Now, they have to change things for legal reasons. Like, in the first chapter, they talk about, Mario Bros. Instead of, the robots, they use Mario Bros. Enemies as, what you should do, and they talk about like that. And, Western comics are mentioned a lot because the writer really likes them. And, My Hero is, and will always, it's not my favorite shonen. My favorite shonen is One Piece, but I really, really love this series. I think it does have its flaws. It has a lot of flaws. I think the training arcs kind of suck. The music festival arc was absolute dog shit. It was god fucking awful. I don't know why people even like that arc. It was fucking terrible. There was nothing good about it. Gentle was a terrible villain. Deku easily clapped him. It was the first time he's clapped a villain and not fucking broken every bone in his damn body. So there's a dub right there. And most of the heroes, there's a lot of heroes in Class 1A that I just don't give a fuck about. I really honestly just don't care. About 10 of them. But, it sounds like I'm shitting on My Hero. I really honestly like My Hero. I think the villains really help sell the show, and I think the top 5 the top 5 people, and then in Endeavor. I think Endeavor is fascinating because he's such a dark and assholey hero. Like, what he did to his family was not okay, and his family, like, life, like, where I'm at in I'm gonna spoil some stuff that happened in the anime, so if you don't want to be spoiled, just leave. It's fine. Dabi is, Endeavor's son, his oldest son, and he wants to murder Endeavor and, like, make him suffer, and, like, because of all the shit that he's done to his family, which, is... Then he's talking about how he wants to murder Shoto to get back at Endeavor because Endeavor left him for dead and this, that, and the other. It's like, what? Shouldn't you want to, like... Something really, really went wrong with Dabi. Dabi is probably one of the more interesting villains because he's connected to the most interesting hero, which is Endeavor. Like, Endeavor has gone through a lot because of his, like... He has this pride and, like, he knows he could... He tried so hard to be number one, and the way he got number one was ridiculously stupid in his mind. I love it. And it's a good show. Like, people don't give it credit for being a good show. Now, the fan base sucks, but, Bakugo is, I think, a good written character. Like, he doesn't get credit for his character development. He started the show, he's a fucking bully. And he learns more, he adapts, he becomes better. He becomes a better human overall. And, he's not really a bully, which is good. You shouldn't be a bully. He wants to save... Yes, he's going to scream and yell and loud, and he's angry. Also, I think Tenya should have died. At the Stain arc, I think it would have helped everyone. But, like, I feel like the author really likes Tenya for some reason. Like, Tenya hasn't done anything in so long, but, like, he's been there, kind of. Like, he was there when they rescued Bakugo, but did he really do anything? Not really. I don't think he really did. All he did was, if anything goes bad, if there's villains, this is blah, 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 blah. But then they basically see the, like, boss, head honcho of all villains, and they're like, well, we're already here, so we're going to save Bakugo. But it's like... But also, like, Tenya, didn't really do anything there. And they met up with the big boss of, like, he was the big head honcho. He's the guy who almost killed All Might. And you're telling me that wasn't, like, a reason to take them away? Like, that makes no sense. If that was your whole goal, was, if there's bad guys and if there's trouble, I'm going to stop you guys from doing this, then you should have taken them away. 100% without a doubt, you should have taken them away. It makes absolutely no fucking sense that you didn't. But, it is what it is, I guess. And I like Shoto. I think Shoto's funny because he doesn't try to be funny. And, like, his character, like, plays off everyone so well. Because he's so strict and serious, but, like, he has a good heart, and, like, his character growth has been pretty good. But, like, also, if he wanted to stick it to his dad, he would not become a superhero. Like, let's think about that. That would really be an F you to Endeavor. If you really wanted to mess with Endeavor, but you're like, that's his dream, is to become a superhero. Yeah, because he was told to become one. Anyways, I really like the teachers, too. Like, Aizawa, he's interesting. His power is pretty good and very useful. Present Mike, he's kind of just loud. He's there. And their, best friend thing, who got turned into a Nomu, that was interesting. Also, I really think that My Hero Vigilante should get an anime. I don't know why it hasn't. It's like 13 volumes, and My Hero is incredibly popular. Do I think it's as good as My Hero? No, not in the slightest. But, like, Soul Eater Not got a freaking anime, and that it wasn't trash, but, like, I think Vigilantes is far better than Soul Eater Not was. Yes, I've watched Soul Eater Not. It was bad. Not bad. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't very good either. It's kind of boring. But there's so much they could do in this world because, yeah. And you think that Tenyo... No, never mind. I also like Kirishima's growth and, like, how he's using, like, a pretty basically boring quirk and, like, using it and getting it stronger and, like, actually using it correctly. And I like his little rivalry with Tetsu. I don't know, that steel guy in class 2B or 1B. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.